Leah here for another video. Today's video is going to be about my ball-jointed doll collection. As you can see, I have quite a few of them, so I'll try and prevent myself from babbling on too much. This is 15 years worth of collecting. I'll include a link to all the doll companies mentioned in this video in the description box below. Oh goodness, I'm on the screen. I didn't expect that to happen when I started making videos, but here I am. I'm going to start with my very first doll, a Lutz Stealth Moon I bought back in 2008. Before I start talking about each individual doll, I thought I'd mention a few facts about ball-jointed dolls. They are, in fact, almost always bald. You can even pop open their heads and switch out their eyes. Here's my small collection of spare eyes. I like surprising visitors with my doll eye box. Now, since they are bald, it allows us, the owners, to buy them numerous wigs. Some they seem to like, while others can make them somewhat grumpy. It's still better than having a cold head though, isn't it? They are made from resin and are held together with elastics. The hands are held on with a metal S-hook. I should also mention that all my dolls are painted by their original companies. I tried painting one myself a few years back, but I had a very bad reaction to the MSC spray, and it actually sent me to the hospital. So unfortunately, I won't be painting anymore myself. Back to the doll. He was my first ever big doll purchase. I was introduced to them from Heisey on DeviantArt, who posted some photos of her dolls. I then joined Den of Angels to learn more about them, and I was hooked. I'm going to include some photos as well to make the video a bit more interesting. Since BJD are handmade, after you order it can take months for them to arrive. My second doll was a Lutz Stealth Lishy. I bought her the following year. I wanted a friend for him, and I really liked the idea of being able to make dresses for a girl. I remember selling a lot of my childhood toys on Kijiji to afford her. Unfortunately, she has aged a bit poorly, and the elastics holding her together are now very loose. This can be fixed by just buying new ones, but I really don't want to take her apart, so for now she lives safely on top of my bookcase. My third Lutz Stealth was a tan Claus I bought secondhand from the Den of Angels marketplace. He ended up becoming my one and only steampunk themed doll. His outfit is from Dream of Doll, and the steampunk accessories are made by Long Soul. It all looks amazing on him, but it does make him a bit back heavy and difficult to pose, so he stays on his stand most of the time. I spent so much time taking photos of all three of them together. This next doll is a Lutz Schwoo Dreaming Vampire. His head was a gift from an online friend who is leaving the BJD hobby. I then found a body for him on Facebook. Unfortunately, it was a bit damaged and he has since suffered standing issues. So he's pretty much in a forever sitting pose. So he's either sleeping on my couch or sitting in my bookshelf watching over everything. This little one is my only medium-sized doll. Lutz holds several events throughout the year, and if you order a doll at that time, they will sometimes include a free doll head. This is how I got this doll. I then bought her a body at a later date. She's currently wearing a Lutz kimono. These two are my Lutz Zuzu Delphs. Both were limited editions made back in 2013 and 2014. The boy is a Leo and the girl is a Perseus Scorpio. They were part of a zodiac set of dolls Lutz started releasing at the time. Okay, let's move on to the big dolls. He's not the tallest doll, but I'm convinced he's the heaviest. He's the 72 centimeter Soom Idealian Scarred Hyperion I bought back in 2016. He's currently wearing a male Hanfu set from Long Soul. It's made for an even taller doll though, which is why it's so long on him, but I still kind of like the look. even if it can look like he's melting into a puddle of fabric. Soom thankfully allows payment layaways, so I was able to afford him and the next doll with monthly payments. And it's a good thing because these boys aren't cheap. Especially this next one. He's the most expensive doll in my collection and is also by far the tallest. He's a Soom Idalian Seth full set and is 75 centimeters tall, but with the Anubis mask, he tops 80 centimeters. Due to his size and weight, I don't move him about much. He is also wearing some lovely sneakers, not just for the aesthetic, but to give him some grip on the stand. With just his bare feet, he keeps sliding around. Then a knee would buckle and he was at risk of just bending right over, which isn't a good look. The next doll in my collection is an Angell Studio Michael Knight I bought in 2016. He's my only full-set Angell Studio doll, bought direct from the company. He's also my only gray doll. I have since replaced his original wig with a silver Smart Doll one. His original wig was long, blue, and curly. He also comes with a risen bow and arrow set. My other Angell Studio doll is a Chinji, I'm probably saying that wrong. I bought secondhand from Den of Angels in 2016. I was still able to buy his full set outfit, sword, and wig direct from Angell Studio, even though the doll itself was sold out. He's known in the house as the doll with the bird feet. I love them, but most people are slightly horrified by them. I've managed to get some lovely winter photos of him outside, but as you can see, the bird feet didn't help much with the standing situation. He's okay though. What doll hasn't decided to suddenly take a power nap and fall over in the middle of a photo session? Now let's take a look at some of the tall ladies. This is an Iplehouse Karina I bought back in 2017. She was my first Iplehouse doll, and for a while I took her everywhere with me, which wasn't easy since she's also pretty heavy. I also went on an outfit buying spree and she ended up with a fairly big wardrobe, especially in the dress department. However, she can share her wardrobe with this doll. She's an Iplehouse Aza, I don't think I'm pronouncing that right either, I bought in 2018. But despite having lots of clothes to share, she mostly lives in this red outfit. It's an Iplehouse dress with some added accents. The belt is a human-sized necklace I found at the dollar store, and I made the coat with some lace and trim, again from the dollar store. The red is just a square piece of lace bought from a local fabric store. My only male Iplehouse doll is a carved heritage Leonard. I missed the original release years ago, but I was lucky enough to buy him when Iplehouse reopened orders for all their limited dolls. I was then able to find his full set outfit on Den of Angels, secondhand for a price that really hurt my wallet. He's still missing a few parts from his original full set, but I've added a few additional things, such as the beads on his headband, to make him a bit more unique. And I can't forget my little Iplehouse cat, Cammy. I got her in 2018. And finally, I'll be finishing this video with my two newest ball-jointed dolls. First, Ringdoll Wei Wuxian. I originally missed his pre-order and wasn't able to buy him direct from the company, which would have been a lot cheaper. Instead, I managed to find him secondhand on Den of Angels in 2019. He's newer, so there are less photos of him. The last doll is Ringdoll Lan Wanji. I also didn't pre-order him on time and had to buy him secondhand. I spent months looking for him. I had wanted ads everywhere for him, and finally one night I got a message on Den of Angels from someone who was willing to sell me theirs. This was in 2020, and a certain virus was everywhere, so overseas shipping wasn't the most reliable. But he arrived safely and everything was okay. So that's my current collection of risen ball-jointed dolls. Do I plan to get more? I don't think so. I would someday love to add a long soul boy to my collection. but I really don't have room for any more. But who knows? When I bought my first 15 years ago, I never would have imagined that I'd end up with so many of them. I'm thankful to everyone that has purchased my art and supported me over the years. I wouldn't have been able to afford them without the steady work, so thank you all for everything. Also, thank you for watching. I hope to have another doll video posted in a couple weeks again. And if there's a video topic you'd like to see, feel free to let me know in the comments. So thanks again for watching. Bye!